Vault Veritas. SCP Files. Episode 60. Projection.
You ethics folks and your damned recordings. You do remember you're supposed to ask for consent before recording, right?
Oh, right. Sorry, sir. May I?
Yes, you may. Wouldn't want to upset our dear Dr. Sterling now, would we? Just take care with that if you ever leave the facility. Laws out there work differently than the rules in here do.
Understood.
You are planning on leaving at some point, right? With the exception of a few cafe trips with Niall and Mary, you've been here for the entirety of the last year and a half. Why is that?
I don't have anything out there. No friends, no family. But surely you know that. Doesn't security keep dossiers on all of us?
I have a full and complete dossier on everyone in this site. Except for you four in the ethics department. You, Niall, Merriweather, and Dr. Sterling.
That seems odd. Why do you think that is?
This whole site is backwards. Every other site in the Foundation, security runs the show. Always has, always should. The Foundation is in the business of safety, after all. Secure, contain, protect. It's right there in the name. We are supposed to have first and final say in what happens at our sites, overruled only by the overseer councils. Every other site operates in this way.
But not this one.
Precisely. And of course, this is the one they stuck me in.
So, Dr. Sterling is the one making the final decisions here?
Technically, we're supposed to make them together. Reach a consensus. But let's not pretend we're equals. When we disagree, hers is the voice the higher-ups listen to. Hers. Or Niall's. That hasn't escaped my notice either.
Why do you think the ethics department gets such free rein?
You're asking me? You ought to know. You're part of the problem.
Sir, I'm the last one to know anything about changes or procedures. I promise I'm completely in the dark.
Oh, I believe that. Look, it's not personal. You seem like a pawn, shuffled around the Foundation's endless chessboard. Same as me. But the difference is, you ended up somewhere protected. Ethics has weight here. And sometimes I wonder, even you might have the power to override me. Not because of who you are, but because of what you represent. This whole site. The backward bureaucracy at play.
Me? Override you? I really don't think that's possible.
You really haven't clued in, have you?
I don't follow.
I was one of the first people to arrive here. Back when Site 2024 was nothing but bare concrete and empty corridors. Still under construction. It wasn't built to be important. It was the Foundation's dump site. A place to stick the reports nobody wanted to read, but couldn't quite justify shredding. A place for anomalies in transit. Or anomalies too safe to care about, but too weird to ignore. A graveyard of forgotten things. And just like the contents, the people sent here were discarded too. You think anybody wants Dr. Sterling around? What about Niall? Or you?
Hey!
Not personal, just the truth. You're recovering from memory loss. You're fragile, unpredictable, a liability. What other site would want that responsibility? They passed you off to a place that could afford to coddle you.
When I think about my predicament, coddled isn't the word I'd use.
Face it, you were a drain. So they dumped you here, just like the rest of us. For me, I was too dedicated. Isn't that preposterous? You run security. Your job is supposed to be security. So that's where I focus. Keep the site locked down. Keep it running smooth as butter. But just because I didn't do it with a smile on my face, they shipped me off.
I really don't understand what you're getting at. But look, about Dr. Sterling.
I don't see why babysitting anomalies is suddenly the highest priority. We're here to secure them, not throw tea parties or celebrate their little quirks. This isn't a diversity program, it's containment, safety. So, no, I don't play nice with the fools who say otherwise. I ran tight ships on my last site. People may not have been happy, but they were alive. And you'd think that would count for something. But no. I get shuffled out, discarded. I come here thinking it'll be the same. Lay down protocols, trim the waste. But no. What do I walk into? Niall, with his misplaced ideals and smug ethics.
Okay, but if I could just get back to...
Do you want to know what told me everything I needed to know about this place? The filmographer snake. SCP-4265. It's still here, you know. It's sitting in a side room, wasting our time twice a week for its precious little enrichment sessions. And you can thank Niall for that absolute waste of manpower.
You want me to ask about the snake, don't you?
It showcases the problem perfectly. Safe class SCP, little red striped corn snake, never heard anything. Its anomaly? It eats movies. Literally. One every 2 weeks. And when it sheds its skin, it's a 35mm film reel of the movie it just saw, only twisted and modified because the snake adds its emotional state to the reel. And that is the problem. You can see how it feels. And suddenly that matters more than containment. It's sad. It's lonely. It's grieving its old life. So now we have to give it treats and cuddles and carefully curated movie nights, regular handling, gentle voices, or a snake. Meanwhile, real threats go ignored because a corn snake has hurt feelings. And Niall? Niall turned it into a symbol, a shining example of how we should treat all anomalies. He insisted we review every single film strip it sheds. Gauge its mental state, he said. Understand the grief. So now we have a version of Zootopia where the animals are all Foundation personnel, and an Indiana Jones parody where he's terrified of mongooses, not snakes. As if any of this is going to help with containment. All it does is waste our time.
I'm guessing you filed a complaint.
Naturally, it was a shock. I came into this bare-bones site, a skeleton crew, a few anomalies, one of them a completely harmless snake. I thought I was here to take charge, establish concrete security measures from day one. So when some scrawny, low-ranking nobody starts whining that we're not respecting its rights, I thought, great, write him up. Send a solid, clear message. Easy win. Imagine my surprise when the complaint bounced back. My suggestions rejected. His embraced. It's been like that ever since. Dr. Sterling may wear the crown around here, Queen Bee and all that, but truth is, she barely notices the hive. As long as her reports get done, the rest of us could be clawing through rubble and she wouldn't blink. I don't know why those recordings are so important to her. But whatever the reason, it makes her role very hands-off. I thought that'd be a blessing. More freedom for security to handle the real work. I was so sure I could set up things perfectly. But then there's Niall and his puppet. Always there. Always blocking me. Every time I try to run this place efficiently, they get in my way. Here, ethics trumps security, and I have no idea why. I keep asking myself, why dump me here? I was efficient. I kept my last site safe. And now a corn snake gets catered movie nights and enrichment sessions, while our security is leaking so badly that the chaos insurgency waltzes in through the cracks, infiltrating with ease. What happened is not my fault. It's Niall's. It's the ethics department's. I've filed report after report, trying to launch investigations. Every request is buried. Every threat minimized. We're understaffed, overrun, and all they care about is whether the anomalies are happy. In the end, the snake got what it wanted. I didn't.
So, that's it then?
That's what?
You don't know anything else about why it's all set up this way?
I know you're not in my personnel files. I know that Miranda loves her recordings and couldn't care less about anything else. I know that Niall is always in the worst places at the worst times and nothing ever seems to get past him. I know that Snake is enjoying bi-weekly movie nights. And I know this site is completely and utterly backwards.
But you don't know why.
If I did, do you really think I'd still be here? You ethics folk want a real ethical conundrum to investigate? Try looking into what the hell I did to deserve this assignment. Try fixing that one.
If that's truly how you feel, then I suppose we're both pawns in all this.
That's the role they can try to push us into. You deal with it however you want to. But I'm not about to just roll over and let someone push me around. I will continue to push back, even if it's all as futile as it seems.
I do feel pushed around. Like something's trying to direct me, change me.
Then maybe you should stop chasing answers and start chasing the one who's pulling the strings.
Niall doesn't know anything.
I find that hard to believe. But you can't trust him anyways. No, I find that you can never truly trust people. You can only trust hard, tangible evidence.
Only a few of us have the privilege of access to that.
And unfortunately, I'm not one of them. If it's answers you want, you will simply have to look elsewhere. Do let me know if you find anything.
I'm not sure I'm comfortable with looking elsewhere. I'm not comfortable with the options that are left.
Well, then your only remaining option is to be comfortable being blind.
Vault Veritas SCP Files is a podcast inspired by the SCP Foundation. Projection is based on SCP-4265 by Cousin Throckmorton from the SCP Wiki located at scpwiki.com/SCP-4265. It is licensed under a Creative Commons Attribution Share-alike 3.0 unported license. This episode featured Justin Gilner as Scott Anderson and Matthew Findison as Seth Orson. It was written and edited by Leola Angel. We welcome comments. Please rate and review us. Email us at vaultveritas@gmail.com. Join our Discord channel using the link in the episode description. Or for additional content, visit our Patreon. Thanks for listening.